In the last few months, Rec Room has made some pretty bad decisions and they pretty much completely stopped communicating with the community. And this obviously annoyed pretty much everyone, with basically all of the top RecTubers making videos just shitting on Rec Room. I even made one myself and the community was completely divided, which led to the hashtag save Rec Room thing. That didn't turn out well, but that's a different story. It felt like the game was completely changing and they weren't telling us what direction it was going in. But in the last 2 weeks, Rec Room really locked in because this has been the best few weeks that Rec Room has ever seen in my opinion. They're now more active on their YouTube, posting incredibly high quality videos about the featured rooms and the features creators, which is exactly what we needed. So the people who actually put effort into the rooms got more visits than the shitty skibbity toilet low quality games that are all over the hot page for some reason. And they don't just like throw these together. These videos are like cinematic as hell. They're really good. And 2 weeks ago, they revamped the dorm rooms so you can customize everything. This is something that the community has been asking for like actual years. They recently collaborated with Destiny 2, and even though the cosmetic prices are high, they're not as high as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing, so it's a step in the right direction. And for the first time in over a year, they released a Rec Room AMA, which was over an hour long if you combine the two parts. And even though they kind of dodged some of the questions, they still do explain the reasoning behind all of the changes and why they need to do this to grow as a business. And I know people are going to say like, they're already a $3.5 billion company, they don't need to grow their business anymore, but that's like a rough estimate, and they are like putting that up a lot because they probably sold one part of their company for like $1 billion, and they're trying to say that every part of their company is worth $1 billion now. Like, there's no way that they have $3.5 billion on hand to work on Rec Room. This was a great way to connect with the community, and they even saw complaints from top Rec Room YouTubers such as Therapeutic, and they said they're even going to schedule a meeting with Therapeutic so she can tell them what's going wrong with Rec Room and how they can improve the game.
You know, I saw the top comment, at least for me. I don't know how the YouTube comment algorithm works in detail, but the top comment when I go to look at the AMA that we posted was from Therapeutic, one of our RecTubers. Hi, Therapeutic, we love you. And, you know, she had some feedback where, you know, she felt like a lot of what I was saying was throwing cold water on the community. And I apologize for that. That's not how I want to be perceived. And so just something I wanted to throw out is I would love it. I would love to find a way to sit down with you, Therapeutic, and have a kind of more face-to-face conversation in Rec Room somehow. So I've asked our team to kind of talk about that, figure out what the right way to do that is, but just kind of wanted to throw that out there as I think a good next step to kind of talk through some of this stuff.
She's a top tier Rec Room YouTuber. She's probably at 100k by the time this video comes out, and she's been doing Rec Room YouTube for like 3 years, so she knows what performs well with the game and what does not. And there's a great example of Rec Room listening to the community in this video because a developer went into the AMA comments and saw what someone was asking for, and they implemented it into the game. The question was, when will we get a CV2 chip that checks if the player is talking or their speaking volume levels? And the developer Will Chill saw this and he just made it into a thing. And I know for like every other game this is pretty basic stuff, but the state that Rec Room is in, this doesn't happen very often, where they literally take something that the community has been asking for and actually implement it into the game. So this is a very big step in the right direction. And then they announced some of the best Rec Room news we've gotten probably ever, that Rec Room is going to be on the Nintendo Switch. I cannot stress enough how important this is. This will get thousands of new players in. And from what I know, the Switch doesn't have any games like Rec Room, so Rec Room will be the only option if they want to play a social game. And also, Rec Room's target audience and the Nintendo Switch's target audience, you know, they kind of link up because they're all like 12. I think when Nintendo Switch support comes out, it will bring us back to like the 2021 days when Xbox support first came out, and there were like tens of thousands of new players walking around in every rec center. And I know like all the old heads are gonna be like, oh man, this should only be a VR game, why are they adding Switch support? But this is probably the best thing they could have done. They said in the AMA that they're moving on from being just a VR game, and they want to be a full social creativity like network space so everybody can join the fun. I'm pretty sure that's like their motto now, like fun for all to play or something like that. I don't know what it is. There's not much info on the Nintendo Switch launch, but you can go to rec.net/switch and get a free headphone item. So feel free to do that. I don't know. And I know this isn't like officially Rec Room affiliated, but I want to shout out Player RR for bringing everybody in the community together, especially at a time like now where videos are not getting as much views as they used to. It's kind of a breath of fresh air where everybody can come together, try and figure out who this person is, and I just want to say like a big like thumbs up to whoever's doing this, because you're doing good. I don't know what else to say. In the last few months, Rec Room has been adding like little things to make the game better, little like improvements to everything, like full body avatars. You're able to change the head size now. You can customize your avatar from anywhere in the game, which is pretty cool. I think they're trying to bring back contests, but you only get like 2,500 tokens if you win, so that's not a very good prize, but still, like, it's a step in the right direction, you know? And even with voice moderation, they are trying to improve it, even if it's still like pretty bad. To be honest, I think the best move is to just not have it at all, but if they're gonna stick to this, I think this is the way to do it. Like, to only ban people if you're saying like bad stuff over and over again, like a couple of times. And even though there are still like some toxic people in the game, that's just gonna be it with every game. There's no game that has no toxic people. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, you're just not gonna find a game with 0 toxic people. And I think it is like improving a little bit. In 2022, every lobby you went into would have some like 5-year-old kid like saying the N-word or something. But you know, it is slowly getting better. So yeah, that's all I have to say. This is just a yapping video. Feel free to subscribe if you want more of these. I don't know what y'all want. Like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever. Okay, goodbye.